Uh, Yay. Yay. Anyways. Is this thing on? Very cool. Hello, G-Talk. Alright. Back to work, guys. Back to work. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my, meow, meow. I see. I get warmed up. Oh my, that is a name. Hello there. Danyan Shari Pratama 8532. Hello. Let's get warmed up first. The tablet is still rebelling against me. Oh my god. Yummy. Scrap this. Uh-oh. Hello, Uni. I kind of want to give her like full sprint. Perhaps it's a bit awkward. Actually, I should take a look. That's a good point. How do kids run? Like, what? I don't know. Now that you mention it, I think it looks a little bit awkward, perhaps. It doesn't feel very kid-like. But I guess that was my idea, that she was like super serious to go after it. But this is worth reviewing. Thank you, Uni. Let me think about this. Going after a butterfly? Uh... Oh, I see. You're saying the intensity of the emotion that she's expressing, it does not match the intensity of the sprint. I don't necessarily feel that, but I get what you're saying. Interesting. That's very interesting. I don't quite feel it, but I can understand what you're saying. So what that means is, what that means to me is that what I want to do isn't necessarily isn't necessarily wrong or like weird, but oh, well, I mean, it might be weird now. I think I'm missing some kind of nuance with the body language, is what I'm trying to get at. There must be some in between like a more athlete, serious kind of I'm gonna kill people kind of sprinting, and still a rather pretty serious one, but like a little bit more joyous, a little bit more playful kind of sprint. Another thing I'm concerned with is how she's gonna sit in the entire scene here. Oh, right, because I turned this down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went a bit too close to the reference. I originally just brought it up to get an idea of how the muscles and stuff kind of look like, or just like get a warm up, really. Um, but I decided to just put it on just to see what happens. So I wasn't really thinking too much just yet. I am curious though how like she would sit in the scene here. That probably changes something. She's got like a Hitler mustache or something. Holy shit, what the hell is that? What layer is that? This layer. Oh wow, get out of here. Oh, she looks like a cat or a mouse or something. It's got whiskers. Mm. Just draw with that? No reason. No reason. No reason at all. That's a great question. That's a good point. This whole process is still really jank because I have no idea. I don't think I've ran through this process before, and as of right now, I'm more concerned with the specifics of the things rather than like the workflow. So I didn't really think too much about what I'm doing necessarily to set it up. Just how things look. Yeah, she could just do like a semi-Naruto run with her arms behind, but it doesn't. Does it look like her? But she's a kid though, right? It's not like she is always going to be, you know, the arsonistic gremlin that she is. Oh man. Did not grab any. Not yet, huh? Hello, George. Chibi. I'm gonna quickly put in a chibi thingy. This is gonna take a while to get a feel for. So I want to put it down first, and then over the course of the stream, I can maybe look at it a few times. What would be a good amount? Throne from the throne? Whoa. Probably not drawing hands on the water sprite. It'd be way too small. I'm not rendering the physics on that. So I just do like tubes or something for like arms and legs. And then the SX proportion. Oh, I wonder which one of the 15,000 layers is this on? I was just on it. Hello? Yeah, it's here. I'd like to see AI mimic this. Holy shit. 15 bajillion layers. Ah, god damn it. It's kind of big, but I have to rescale this later. It should look like her, right? But then, okay, let's go exaggerated first. Maybe not the eyes. Maybe just keep them out here. How do I even do this? This is huge. I should draw it big and then scale it down like how I did for the others things, but like I think it's impossible for me to see it properly unless I do it the correct size right off the get-go here. Why is that line here? When did I do that? When did I do that? Oh wait, it's kind of coming in. Yeah, head's too big on this one. So Mr. Cook is gonna cook your... It's gonna cook the iPad. Oh, 7 minus 14 days. Wow. So it's been here for a week. Wow, they're quick. Wow. Holy. Is it broken? Okay, that's a stupid question. All I do is stupid things and say stupid stuff. Obviously it's broken, otherwise why would you send it? People don't do that for fun, Lamau. Maybe they do, who knows? Top tier pastime. What do you do for fun? I don't know, send my Apple product in for replacement. Alright, just a little bit unhinged today. Guys. That's a little bit. Wow, okay. Wow. You'll be like this bug will be in their system for like the years to come. I have bugs that's assigned from like years and years and years ago because like one person had like a one very specific thing and then we just never find the time to bother to justify sort of investigating into it because it's only one person. But it's so unique that you don't want to drop it. So it's just gonna be there forever now, Uni. Congratulations. You are in the history books now. Funny how that works, huh? By all means, it's gonna be it should be a very serious problem. But because of how rare it is. Oh man. I really like the fact that the one that was assigned to me was like it was closed automatically by the system because of inactivity for way too many years. And then I went ahead and opened it and then I'm letting it sit and then nothing's happening to it yet again. Great. I'm contributing, guys. I just had a terrible idea. What if there's more than one of these guys? Oh my god, dude. I'm trying to... Do I even want to finish this on time? Actually, what is on time? I don't have a deadline anyways. Can I just copy the original? Come on, man. Oh, it's time for a detox. A technology detox. I think the arms are a little bit too serious. I still cannot figure out what a good proportion is here. I don't really get this. The original has such tiny ass arms. That's what I used to draw. Oh no. It's time to go back to traditional sketchbooks and stuff. Oh, I see. You still have a backup. At the rate that my tablet is going, you don't have to wait too much longer to say I told you so. Because I remember we had the conversation about if I should buy a tablet now or not. But I'm like, this one's still working, you know? And then you'd be like, oh yeah, but what if it breaks, then you have nothing to draw on? Which I would have nothing to draw on. Absolutely. I would have nothing else. Given how things are going, I don't think I have to wait too much longer. Holy shit. If I so much as like touch or breathe on the damn thing too hard, like the connector, is disconnecting me. So on top of the balancing of the stance, on top of what's that called? Potentially having my pen sort of glitch out. Now I cannot breathe on the connector. Which is fine, you know, it's not like I do that every time. Fine. I don't need a new tablet. Hello, Dubey. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a new one. I won't give out on this tablet until it gives out on me completely. I feel like that's the least I can do. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I have a very bad attachment to objects as well. Faye is basically synonymous with myself in a lot of different ways. And I think we're both very badly adjusted in certain regards. I think rather from relationships with objects rather than with people. Thank you, Duvet. Hang on. To be honest, like if the tablet dies, what's gonna happen is I have nothing else to do, right? For a bit. I'm probably just gonna make a video to commemorate the tablet and then also the stuff that we want to do. Can't get a broken piece of it. I'll open a museum somewhere here in Vancouver. And I'll give you the Oni pass to go in and take a look at it, George. Hello? What is this? Oh, it's a commission. I see. Okay. But yeah, good stuff. I'm liking the colors. I'm really loving the colors. I saw this at one glance, and then I'm noticing all the grays, and I'm really like loving it. Like this is good stuff. I like it when it's like super gray and then it's super saturated. But maybe not like across everything. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that, but generally it feels very nice. I'm also, my mind is very confused. Like which part of this is bright and which part of it is dark, you know? Like if I put this in here and then turn the play around with the saturation until I drop it all, just to look at the values, I wonder what's going to be bright and what's going to be dark, other than like the really obvious ones. This feels brighter than this, but is this like this gray and this blue, is that the same? Feels like the same, right? No, this is much darker actually. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell if like the feeling that I'm feeling is a specific color or like that specific zone of colors, because you kind of see the average of both, right? You get a feel for everything as a whole, and then when you try to isolate it, it's really hard to isolate it. But I'm guessing this and this is the same value-ish. This is what, darker then? It is darker, okay. And here? Like side by side almost. I mean, it's still like 10 points-ish, but it's a gradual change, huh? Okay. Oh, I want to see the histogram actually. I guess it kind of makes sense. This area here, so what I'm checking is like how dark this whole thing is, because like a lot of these illustrations, when I look at it, it doesn't feel dark. It feels pretty bright, like especially these areas, they feel really bright. Oh wait, they are pretty bright. But I guess it's just here, huh? They feel really bright, so I guess they must account for these pixels here, the black ones. Oh, sorry, I should have turned on this. That makes it a bit easier. A majority of it is some kind of gray. Sorry, some kind of gray on this area here. A bit more saturation. But it doesn't go as dark as I thought. Oh no, okay, that makes sense, right? That's what I'm feeling. The fact that I'm feeling all the grays, it means that we're not going into like super dark stuff. Yeah, it's always very surprising. Like as close as this looks, like at the color wheel, as close as it looks like at absolute dark, absolute black, there's like so much more to go. Like if we put like absolute black next to this, it's like so much more darker, which is always very surprising. Like how much that difference is. Any pure whites here? No, also pretty close. Interesting. Oh, there's a lot of... No, but I'm not sure how to think of that. That's probably not that important. Yeet. Yes, thank you, Duvet. I mean, I'm kind of confused, I guess, by some of the lights and stuff, I think. I don't know if this is true, but a lot of times I feel like they don't really, people don't really render bounce light so much. It's more of just like having multiple light sources to show the different planes, rather than having one light source and then a bunch of bounce light. But maybe it's just the nature of the comp. Because if you only have one light source, you will probably render some bounce light. Right? And then like, yeah, a lot of times I guess it's just like the sort of more compositional light to try and separate the forms out. Hello, Deemer. It is nice. I don't know how to... Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think currently... So there is a bit of a problem currently in the sense of the... where should I even start? I know before I was just saying that how like Duvay's dailies should be... I should try to analyze it from a certain perspective. But I think in order to sort of set that up, I kind of have to sit down for like a good while to go through a lot of these things and go through like basically the sort of way that I'm analyzing. I need to test out the structure first to see how well it holds against multiple different things and how it feeds into the sort of final thing that I want to do. Currently, my brain isn't really that clear because we are focused on doing something very specific. Because so everything is locked down to this thing, so I can't do it now. But right, what am I getting at? I feel like, yeah, I feel like a lot of this is really good. I would like to revisit this, but I also feel like I've said this like 10 bajillion times. I just don't know. So maybe next time rather than... Oh, okay. So I guess what I need to do is the next time we draw something, we need to visit like a new artist, for example. Like this time around, I'm using this individual artist's color, right? For the yellow and the green and the blue and the grays, supposedly. Maybe one other time we can try to go for more... Whatever this is. I don't know how to describe it. It's like just a lot of hue changes here somehow. Actually, since we're here, where are we operating at? Oh, okay. Primarily just like in that zone. Very close in that zone. Other than some very specific instances of super saturated cyans hue. I think because that is the main color, I guess, of the entire thing. Oh, these are just grays, actually. Dang, they look so orange. This has to... Okay, this side at least has to be orange. This is just gray. Oh no, there's a bit of yellow here. What is this color? Oh, is this outer space? Is she not coal? Oh my god, dude. It's like an entire planet. There's like no atmosphere or something. How do you see the planet if you... What? Okay, I don't know how this works. It doesn't make physical sense, I don't think. If you can see it, that means there's not much atmosphere, but they have a windmill here. And she's like basically half naked. Great stuff. Wait, is this Originium? What is this, actually? Oh, this is Anfield. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, space is no atmosphere. I'm assuming like she is in space. This by all means looks like space, right? Because the sky is dark. And you can see planets this clearly. Like you can see the valleys and stuff. That's very clear. But then we have a windmill. I don't know what the premise of Enfield is at all. I just know it's set in the future. But anyways, rule of cool. Oh yeah, thank you, Duvet. I feel like I can take a very long look at this artist. Oh, I need to save their stuff. Let's just grab this. That's not it. Let me grab here. How to contact for business cooperation. Very interesting. As an English speaker, this looks like someone is just shouting "mofo," "mofo." Anyways, thank you, Duvet. Doesn't feel liquidy enough. The original is very good at showing the sort of the flowiness of water, I feel like. This also doesn't really help too much, I think. I guess we're just gonna simplify the entire body away of the code. I need to get the water vibe. I need to be exactly the same. Do you want to put it anywhere weird? Let's just have her sit for a bit. Takes a while to reset though. That's part of the sequence. Yeah, okay. It goes back. Dang it. What is this? Yeah, Uni, I should probably make it bigger now. This is very jank, this process. Let's put everybody in their right spots with their right skill here. Oh, I need the lines. Oh, shit, where'd it go? Okay. I fixed the rest of them manually, I think. Yeah, should be fine. They'll go in afterwards. Number one, check. Okay, yeah, if I need it, I'll have to do it again. That's fine. Probably won't need it. This target is... So I'm drawing the sequence here. Right? Getting us drawn in close. That is oh, whoops. I don't know how much space I need. Push this faster. Yeah, now we have a problem. Because it feels like it's way too much to the right. I feel like it should be more like this. I mean, if it's an easy fix, it's not really a problem, but... Because, if I zoom out, there's oddly a lot of space on this side. All the characters are on this half here. On this 70%. Which I think is fine, but if this is the primary focal now, the secondary seems a little bit too close. I feel like they should have been somewhere else. Oh. To be a little bit more balanced. That's the problem with changing the thing. But I mean, I just keep changing. I mean, just keep changing. Just sort of shift the entire thing over. Oh my god, I'm just gonna change it again. Oh my god. Now this part opens up. So I have to shift the pillar in. Oops. Where's my triple nonsense? Yeah, we're definitely still in the early stages. I just didn't want to have to... Okay, you know, this is very natural in the artistic process. It's just... I don't like it. Oh, man. What's the story you're trying to tell here again? We have the kids having fun. And then we have the adults giving each other very dirty glances. I mean, specifically for this scene, I don't know. They're just kind of heading somewhere from one side to the other side, you know, like. Anyways. So let's decide what we don't want to change first, because I guess that would be easier. Because I definitely don't want to be redrawing all the characters, right? So if they are in a specific perspective, they're going to stay in that perspective. That much I'm sure of, because I don't want to redo it. So what that means is we kind of can only translate these guys around. If I make changes to the environment directly, they might change certain positioning, it might change certain perspective. I mean, it's not like, again, they don't have to walk in the center of the path or stuff like that, you know? We could always just shift them a little bit over, for whatever reason. Just make that part wider, right? We could always do that. But I don't really want to touch any of that. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to translate the whole entire thing over and then just expand on this part a bit more. Because this part would just be leaves anyways, so it's not really going to be that big of a problem. I just need to make this part round and then figure out how to join the back. But it would just be like 3 more curved lines. It should be fine. I might maybe curve this pathway a little bit over. Because the more this way we go, I feel like the more... It's like a panoramic shot, right? As I'm turning here, I'm going to start to see the walls on this side. As the lines kind of straighten out. And then curve the other way as we turn. So maybe some of those changes there. I just gotta figure out where I want to position these guys. Oh, oops. do I do this? I just want to extend the values here so it doesn't look so empty. And I have to be honest, these characters are unusually small, I feel like. It's quite different from what I'm used to seeing, right? From what we're used to seeing where I think even the smallest character is like at least, let me see. How big is Exia over here? She's still like more than a third. I mean, like, I guess we are over a third. I guess it's kind of okay. I don't know. It feels very empty all of a sudden, but like, it is what it is. It's fine. Even if this one is one thing that I probably won't bother with, even if it feels a little bit off. Maybe it's just the gap between the characters. The fact that most of these that we're used to seeing just have way too many. They're always like kind of side by side. I don't know. It's fine. Or maybe it's the fact that all the characters are in the bottom half of the comp. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's not so much the problem of the spacing between them or how big these guys are. Just that there's nothing here. And this part doesn't really offer anything, right? Either, right? This doesn't really offer anything either. It's just a ceiling. Huh. Maybe that's the problem. I'm kind of convinced that that is the problem now. I'm looking at all of these and they don't really seem to do that. Like Horizon's never really in the middle. I like how as I started speaking, the number of likes went from 4 down to 1. But yeah, all of a sudden this feels like we should kind of shift everything up now all of a sudden or something. Let me see. Because wouldn't this make more sense? You show more of Ifrit. They take more of a center stage here. I mean, Ifrit could have still been like lower, I suppose. She could still be here to show that she's closer to us. But then now there's more of a travel between the primary focal and the secondary focal. It goes across more of the screen here. We could also do this. I mean, like, it's not like I'm adding that much detail. It's ground over here. There's nothing here. Oops. This feels more natural now, the balance, I think. A little bit better, at least there's no empty space up top. Characters still feel kind of small, there's still a lot of empty space. More than what I feel like I'm used to seeing. Right, at least they take out the entire... Okay. How do I want to proceed here? So all of these are translations. None of these are going to be entire redraw. So I could just... it doesn't change anything, right? We're just going to proceed with the thing. Hang on. What does my original look like now? I kind of forgot. Let me grab a copy of this out here. Got it? It's okay. Ooh. Oh shit, I should have saved it at half quality. Hang on. This is way too big. Quality 50. I'm gonna forget to change this back, I'm pretty sure. Actually 30 will be enough. I want to keep a copy of this as we start to move things around here. But originally it would have been balanced just fine because the character would have been kind of like a very small part of the environment. Okay, that has its own balance problem. I think it would be way too small perhaps. If we only have one focal, maybe it would have been too small. But maybe it would have been fine, but at the very least, it's not like the characters are all sort of bottom heavy. Yeah, it would have been kind of okay, I suppose. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more it feels a little weird in the sense that, like, why are we dedicating so much of the canvas space to just the ceiling where there's nothing going on? It doesn't add to the environment in terms of design. It doesn't add to the storytelling. As it is, that is. I mean, we could always change that, but yeah, anyways, interesting. So as we're proceeding here, I guess we're slowly sort of learning some things about, noticing some things about comp, I guess. I don't know if you're necessarily learning anything. I'm gonna do this as well. And also the... oh, yeah, let's do the previous one, because I'm continuing work on this, I believe. Now, once again, it's also like empty space on the ground. But anyways, let's... shit, how do I handle this? Can I just undo? Yellow. Paint night? Oh, because the other one's illustration. Illustration, paint night. Yeah. So as I start shifting them over, I guess the original doesn't have Ifrit and Gang plotted in. I should have that, actually. I should have added that. Right. That's fine. Oh yeah, I could also just... do this instead. Yeah, there's just a really big gap here, which feels very awkward. Grab this too. I could show the distance, right? If Ifrit had like longer hair, then we actually would have needed the space to show her hair flying backwards from the running. Actually, now that I think about it, but she doesn't have any. We could give her robes. Could it possibly cover that much space? I don't think so. I mean, it's not meant to be that loose either. Interesting. Ah, 上か？違うわ。どこだ？これだけか。Why did I grab 3 layers before? I don't know. She would have to be pretty big, I guess, to justify this. The sprite herself can be smaller. Her eyes look pretty... looks like she's looking in the distance. Maybe I can push it back here. fact that everyone's kind of over there is interesting. Yeah, these guys are just kind of small. Lock off? Maybe I do have to open this up then. Silence can be a little bit further back, I think. The eyes are not locked correctly, I think. It will have to be shifted over this way more then. That one might be too much. We don't have enough pixels apparently, but okay, so sorry I hear. Insert one. This is the what is this? Oh, the extension, right? Sorry, why is extension go below? Please. Yeah, I guess I have to change this part a little bit. Oh, right. That's the same thing. So primary is here, secondary is in the remaining boxes, third here. You could, I guess, go a little bit to the side, but this is fine, I think. Oh, wait a second. Can she be a little bit high? What? Did it shift? What? Oh, that's so interesting. Why does it do that? Like, these things shift a little bit? No, it's just a visual glitch. Oh yeah, only at this zoom level. You see that shift? I'm not doing that. I'm just turning into transform mode, and then it kind of shifts by like 1 pixel to the left. Why is it doing that? But if I zoom in, it doesn't do it anymore. I guess it's like a pixel alignment issue, specifically at that size there. Weird. So these guys are, this is on that 1/3, this is on the other sections 1/3, this is the point secondary, this is the... Anything interesting here? I don't think so. It's already on that 1/3, I think it's fine. If this is over here, then this is still remaining the same. This and this. Anyways, it's about there. The other guys would be here, I imagine. Hello, Toad'squay. Yes, welcome, welcome. Back to drawing fan art. Only because of the colors that we were working with. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm kind of escaping. I'm running away because I wanted to do a environment that had leaves in them, right? Because I wanted to solve the problem. I want to tackle the problem of how am I supposed to do with the leaves and rendering some colors with yellow and green specifically. And this reminded me of this artist, and this artist does a lot of Arknight's Ryan Art's art because he was the designer. They were the designer, and you know, I figured while I'm at it, I might as well just, I guess, use the same characters. But I do have to tackle this sort of yellow-green with my own characters eventually too. In the future. Title is because I'm very mature. Obviously. Very well-adjusted human being. But yeah, happy to see you here. My head and body is not connected or something. What's happening here? Apparently you're trying to rebalance that whole thing because it's been... not done the best. Well, originally the idea didn't include this many sort of characters in the first place. It was just gonna be one character on a, like two characters over here. One pushing a wheelchair, sort of coming down this corridor. Even then, it would have been kind of small, but back then it would have been fine because there wasn't necessarily... Oh, sorry, it wasn't even like pushing a wheelchair. It was just like a character coming down the corridor. And the focus was still on the environment, very much so much on the environment. So it didn't really matter that the character was kind of small. It could be a establishing shot, that kind of stuff. But as more characters got added, the focus changed, and then I guess I kind of have to rebalance everything again. We'll go adult, by the way. Yes, Duvet. What about this half, actually? Should the sprite be here? The eyes are looking where? A little bit higher, maybe? It's like here, right? It feels a little bit more balanced now, because previously the characters were too small for sure. Where did I put it? Oh, I didn't even put it in here. Whoops. Lamau? Wait, what is happening? How do I organize this? Okay, speaking of eyes, what do you think make eyes good in art? Like what qualities? Hang on. That's very abstract. Like, and like, how do I say this? It's not necessarily very abstract. That's a very important question. What makes eyes good? I imagine like the first word and the only idea that came to mind was just emotions. As long as the eyes can kind of convey emotion, I imagine that would be good. Sorry, Duvet, I hope you're not taking what I'm saying as gospel. I have no idea, honestly. I just feel like though, like, eye is part of the face. Face is where people look to see how people are feeling. So I imagine emotion will be the most important thing to be conveyed through the eyes. I can't imagine what else would be important with the eyes. The thing is, like, if I think about like just how to draw eyes good, it's not stuff about it's not what you're asking, I think, because when I think of draw eyes good, I'm just thinking of make sure they're aligned, make sure they're the right size, make sure it has good amount of contrast, right? It's stuff like those kind of things. But I don't think that's the so-called good part. That's like the base, the bare minimum part, right? You have to have good alignment, you have to have proper alignment, you have to have the proper sizing. That's the bare minimum part. But what makes them good in terms of like what sets apart different sets of eyes, then I imagine would just be how expressive it is. I feel like there should be more things, but I cannot think of a single other thing. I wonder what ChatGPT would say. Feet. And the sizing here, the positioning, the composition, everything has been like quite the challenge so far. Like everything is pretty new. If not new entirely. Have we ever done something this complex? I can't quite remember. We probably have attempted to. Have I attempted to though, actually, in the past year? I don't remember. But anyways, it looks weird. I'm craving for some takeout right now. I guess I didn't eat enough for dinner. Oh, I think oh my god, this is one of those, remember the one time I was shaking on stream because I was hungry? This might be one of those times. Shit. Just a bit more in control this time, that should be fine. I'll just wait until the usual timing. It's only an hour away anyways. I'll live. Oh shit, something is not right with this face. Nandaro. You can remove the hair. Woo! Feels like the head is way too far forward. Maika. Oh, it's probably the center point here feels like it's too forwards or something. I don't know. Probably this part then. Anyways, the emotional business feel that it's able to draw the character's emotion, the eye ending in an emotionless face. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what makes the eyes emotion full. Maybe I'm just doing it like subconsciously. Like eyes was never, I don't think I ever draw eyes with structure properly. It's always just about how it feels, and then that was it. I cannot really explain because I don't have the structure, right? I cannot really explain what is what exactly. And as a result, as an extension of that, I feel like I can never draw unless I have good references. I guess nowadays, there's some stuff that I kind of remember from the past. I can kind of see the face in my head before I do it. But definitely, like, yeah, I didn't learn, like, how people say, like, hey, you need to learn, like, the different parts of the eyes, and then you can simplify it as, like, a box, and then you can do this, and then you can do this. And then you can put the box in perspective, and then now all of a sudden you can draw the thing in perspective. I've never done this. I would just kind of wing it. And then just get a feel for it. Like this, if I wanted to draw like a character that's a little bit more stricter or something, you know, like not like this, not the tareme, but like just maybe normal. This feels like it's tare now, then I'm just going to adjust it on the fly, I guess. Which makes the process kind of a little bit unstable, I would say. But yes, thank you for coming. I'll see you soon. I need to get the hands sorted out. Also, this perspective is killing me. I think the chair might be a little bit too aggressive in terms of their perspective. I feel like the legs, I'm seeing too much of the top part. It should probably be a little bit more like this. Or something. Oops. Okay, I need a reference for that, and then if it running, right? I still kind of like this pose more than the other one. It's not as aggressive as the one that I tried earlier today. Because the arms are not swinging as crazily, so it's not as aggressive. But she's still properly running. I feel like she would be the kind that would properly chase it down in my head. But it feels more kid-like to do this, though, I feel like. You just have the arms open. Like, it's never about, like, perfect form or, like, being more efficient with the run. It's just about living in the moment. Maybe she sees the sprite doing this and she will want to mimic it. Could be a thing, psychologically. This is just easier to kind of understand. I feel like it feels very visceral that she's just kind of running. But this one might be more kid-like. And it will fit her better, perhaps. Shh. The main difference, I think, is the sort of area of the character. Like, if we ignore the personality and all that, I just don't know. Like, for example, if the arms are kind of close to the wheelchair here, I suppose we can just sort of separate it out with values and stuff. But I also don't know how I feel about having sort of parts of the body so close to the side of the canvas here. Would it? Because when the colors go in, right, that would be skin color. It'd be pretty bright. Whereas the corner, I did intend to kind of knock it out. Like, I wanted the corner to just be really dark and not have anything important there. If we have a hand there, it might be harder to do. And then these guys will silhouette pretty strongly. But that's a good thing, right? Because that is our focal. Not Sure. Where's my color sequence? My color sequence is... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe now is a good time to go into color. Because if I have the color, then I can make a decision better. And it's not like we don't really understand what's happening anyways. We already understand what's happening here. Let me think about this. So nothing else I want to change? Is there... The sprite feels kind of close. Silence feels kind of big, but I don't want to make her too small either. And then we need 2 more figures in the back. Hang on, I'm just gonna sketch them in real quick. Given Saria's height over here, I'm expecting the, I guess the middle-ish of the open space being 174 centimeters tall. It's gonna be Mew Mew and Kristen in the back. Opening is actually, this is way too, isn't this way too flat? What is the reference? But this is from the reference, right? Right, then I can only imagine this corridor is a lot taller than I thought it was. This vertical height is a lot taller. Because within this amount of space here, over here, there needs to be some amount of thickness for the ground, and then for people to stand on, and then still have enough railing so that they don't fall over. That means like the average person might only be this tall here, actually. But I guess she's standing over here, we don't know how tall the ceiling. It would probably be a bit taller than being in the middle anyways, so... Just gonna have the 2 of them here. Maybe it's kind of fitting that they're directly above Ifrit. Actually, their exact position doesn't matter. They're meant to blend in completely. No, but they'll still be visible, right? This is so on the nose, like the third. It's just like the third. But it is what it is. Okay, what do I need to do now? If I want to do color right now... Oh, there's one more thing I want to collect real quick. Let's see, Min. It's been a while since I've been here. Oops. Did Min release any new art? Doesn't look like it. So because I've been thinking about the trees, then this came to mind, of course. Anything else from Min? Don't see anything else. What about this one? This one's more abstract, but it also works. Whoa, huge. Break in, and then increase the speed. Just want to reposition these guys real quick here again. Oh yeah. Right, I could have just moved her up actually. We don't have to be on the third. And in this case here, I feel like the surface sort of coming in and exiting right around the face, kind of like maybe silhouettes the character against the background. This would presumably be, I guess, darker actually. And I never really thought about this, but she would be darker here with a little bit of rim light on the side. Oh, but it will also be coming from the... No, I don't want it to come from the front at all, right? Because I'm blocking out this part to be dark here. For whatever reason, it'd be a bit darker in the front. Then she can silhouette against the brighter background. That would be nice. Here. The treble is a bit lower. Maybe the sprite is naturally high. With this perspective set up, it means that as we go here, the ground lowers, right? Lowers more and more. Right, but no, I don't want it to be that high. I also don't want it to be at the same level here. Kind of flat though. Let's pause on that. Okay, I'm just gonna go sequence for a second. Alright, what do I do now? How do I set this up? I want to paint, right? I could just use what I have. No, wait, this is all on the same layer actually. A lot of stuff is on the same layer. Other than a few things. Yeah, but if it's like this, if it would have to be darker than the background. No, we can make that happen, right? We can make that happen fine. Yeah, okay, let's just get some colors in here, because colors in here? I'm a little bit weary of putting in colors now. Okay, yeah, because of the... So, let me see. There's a few things here, right? Number one, if I start putting colors down, I'm worried that I won't be able to control it as well. Because we do have some value things here that needs to be resorted out. The second thing is I just realized the original was... Third point is pointing up. Our third point perspective is pointing up. But once you start showing more on the bottom here, the perspective should go down, no? Just... Wouldn't it be kind of weird, like the current setup, like this? Because we see more of the ground, but yet the perspective is kind of going the other way. This is at least... This is still more ceiling than not. Because the horizon now end up being really high up now. That might be the other thing I'm feeling. I could just turn it, I guess, because, okay, yeah, I suppose most of these lines actually don't really get affected too much. It's like, as we go on here, we're just constantly changing. I guess this is a natural part of the process. Okay, I'm feeling kind of not necessarily stuck, but I feel a little bit overwhelmed with like the number of stuff that is constantly sort of in motion here. I would like to tackle it slowly one by one here. So this is gonna be a little bit slow as I try to figure out what to do with this. Whoa, chill. This is pretty far down. I think it's fine. I would like to get a quick vibe check on the vertical lines here. Let's just see what they look like now if I were to flip the thing. Right, but if I flip it... Okay, so this part here will be weird then, because I'm supposed to see the bottom of it. So for this part here, we are still kind of looking up. And if that's the case, then isn't it just easier if I keep the lines straight then? If the third point didn't exist, then oh wait, I can disable it here. Does this let me draw vertical lines? Actually, I forgot. Of course, my tablet is disconnected and reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. There we go. It doesn't let me draw vertical lines. Get another one. Not a mess at all. That's fine. So did they Horizon would be where exactly, right? Because the horizon for these circles, these ellipses, the bottom surface here would be different from our eye level here. But that's fine. Never mind. So ignore that for now. Looks more boring, but... What is this supposed to look like is what I'm wondering. Because if I just want to draw and practice color, I can just ignore all of this. But since it came up, I mean... how do I even look for this? Like, is this a straight line here? Hang on, let me see. Where's my... Are these all straight? Like, this feels curved, right? This line feels curved. Like, it's touching here and it's touching here, but it's not touching here. I feel like because inherently, like, this being the horizon here in the middle, or maybe it's more like here. You're looking up at these things, and then you're looking down at these things. If you're looking down, the horizon, the third point must be pointing in, right? So it should be curved somewhere around the center here, depending on how much you're capturing an image, your field of view on the lens. But then now there's one more caveat, is that we are looking up. So what does that mean then? No, we're looking down. Sorry, what? I'm looking... Am I looking up or down? Wait, the ramp... Sorry, the ground is actually curved. Wait, it's a ramp. Shit. So, let's see. Second floor. I guess I might as well keep this for now. Second floor, first floor. Height. I have a ramp that is going up. Let's just simplify it to this. We have people in different heights, at different positions on this ramp. And then as the viewer here, I am standing somewhere slightly below everyone. Pretty close to Ifrit. I'm looking up enough to see the feet, but not enough to see Ifrit's lower half here. This is the kind of angle that I'm working with, right? And then from my point of view, the middle sort of horizon that my eye level here is aligning with... I guess technically speaking, I should align over here. But Ifrit will be a lot shorter, I guess, then. So I am aligning this way. Around the eye level. No, but I'm actually a little bit lower, right? How does this work, actually? If I have buildings in the back, they're meant to be straight. I guess I'm still looking up relative to these guys, so they should still point up. Then the ramp itself... Right, okay, I know why I'm so confused. Because I assume that they're on the same grid. They're not on the same grid. Again, it's like that sort of... if you're looking at the city, some buildings are aligned to like one set of perspective lines. But some other buildings might be aligned to yet some other perspective lines, right? They can exist in the same space because they're not built on the same sort of grid. One could be doing this, one could be doing that from the top view. So it's the same as this. We have the buildings themselves that are standing on flat, even ground. So for these buildings, our point of view is that they're going up. So we're looking up at these buildings. So their third point converges at the top. But then this ramp here, I would imagine can be construed as its own sort of third point. Because like, if I have the ramp coming down this way, this is the walls. These are the railings on this. I mean, so are they this way? Or are they this way? Because as the viewer here, as I'm looking down, what would I perceive? I would perceive these guys coming down. How do I say this? If this was flat ground here, if this was flat ground, I am looking down at this. and therefore the perspective can be construed as converging on the floor, like in the bottom. It's just that with this perspective, rather with the... It's like a relative thing, right? This has to be how it is. Because as a... Let's say I have a wheelchair on this ramp here. And people standing on... Well, they might be standing this way. But the wheelchair will be aligned to this direction. Which, if we treat this as a flat ground, is as though we're looking down at the wheelchair. Therefore, the wheelchair must have a third point converging at the bottom instead of converging at the top. And as for the characters themselves, they can be... They will be upright, because when you're walking, you will be upright. Why am I doing this again? Right, I'm looking at the... So I'm trying to figure out what is happening here. So these will be fine. But what happens to the pillars? The pillars are also on the ground, so they will follow the same thing. But if we had lights on these things, would they align to the top? They would not align this way, right? They wouldn't align to the same perspective grid as these guys would. Would they? I feel like, but... Confused. I guess it depends. If it's a square like this, maybe they will align down instead of up. So if it was square, I guess they would just... Oh, actually, even if I do have a third point, where would they go? Be like somewhere here, maybe? What does that mean, though? Okay, so if I had... So if these pillars are converging to the same third point because they're on the ground, I think that's logical. Right, so whether if things are converging this way or not, it depends on how they're oriented relative to the ramp. So if because the ramp is like this, if it's... And gravity is this way, right? So the pillars are doing this. So if I had things on the inside of the wall here, for example, that's also aligned the same way, then they will follow the same grid. But if they're aligned this way, perpendicular to the ground, then they would be going this way. Right, because they would be going this way, essentially. Which from my point of view, looks like they're pointing into the ground, into this sort of pseudo ground here. Which therefore converges at the bottom. Same reason as the wheelchair then. Okay. So what is this exercise supposed to clear up again? Other than this? I guess that's it. What do I want to do? Oh no, because I wanted to draw a quick set of lines. Or did I want to draw a quick set of lines? No, I was looking at this grid, right? I was looking at this grid that I wanted to use. And I couldn't figure out if this line should be here or there. Okay, this makes sense. So I'm gonna do it this way then. At least there's a logical explanation for this. I hope. I hope it's logical, I mean. I'm sure there's a logical thing for this, but just don't know if I got it right. Right. So now that I have that, I have these guys in the box. What do I want to do? I want to put colors, right? That's what I want to do. Oh, shit. We're gonna need the background layer. Gonna need the bridge and shit. We didn't separate out the layers previously, so unfortunately I have to do this again real quick. Should fix the width here so it's easier. What is this up? Oh, that's part of it. Mm. Okay. Do the thing later. What do they want? Oh, turn on the grid. There you go. There you go. Same for all the buildings in the back, right? That would be how it works. I'm just gonna keep this on the same layer. We have this pillar here. I guess I would lock it to this instead. $50. Okay. And so as it goes up, I don't know where it's going, but we don't care, which is the great thing. And as for the background, I guess we have like a few more random shapes for the buildings. Let me just put in those as well. Turn off this grid. Can I soft light this or something? Does this work? Oh. No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Because I mean, like big shapes and layers wise, this is it. I just need to put in the foliage here. So this will be the leaves actually. But if I'm just gonna reuse this. This guy. And this part, I'm going to move it to the front. Gonna cut these guys out, put them on top instead. Why are they so faint? Oh, because this guy itself is only at 41. Oh, okay, this makes more sense. Come on. Right, then I need my characters, I guess. Just grab my characters. Should they be on the same separate layer? I think they should probably be separated by their own layers. Grab silhouette first. Can I at least get like darker lines, please? I drop this down. I bring this back up. One, check. 감사합니다네. I was thinking maybe I could get pizza after this, but I think it closes at 11 or something. Rip. It is, of course, 12 a.m. almost. Hair, chair. This part is gonna be pretty annoying to deal with later. Let's just grab it out here. Yes, bit of space here. You can tell where the link is. Ramen hack, 2 eggs and QP mayo with tonkatsu instant. Oh my god, a lot of words there to unpack. The answer is no. I don't know what a QP mayo even is. I don't have any condiments at home. Oh, famous Japanese mayonnaise, known for its rich, creamy umami flavor, distinct from the American mayo by using only egg yolks and not whole eggs, and a blend of vinegars, often including rice vinegar for a subtle sweetness. I've never heard of QP mayo in my life. I've never heard of it. Is that a Japanese only thing? I'm guessing not, from the reaction here. It's the best-selling mayonnaise in Japan. Wow, okay, I did not know that. You know, this is as surprising to me as when I learned that League of Legends is way more popular than Dota. Because I grew up with Dota. I didn't really play it that much, but I grew up with Dota and I could not imagine that there is an entirely different MOBA series that is like 10 times more popular than Dota, and I've never heard of it. This is as shocking as that. This is insane. Right, like this kind of feeling is like when you learn a new language and then you discover there's like a whole different world out there, but it's just as complex as the one that you grew up in. It's like the same vibe. It's insane, man. The row is huge, broski. Like all these artists that Duvet is recommending too, like it's also like hello. Never heard of them in my life, but they're really popular, they're really good. You know, and I've been browsing Twitter for like 5 years. Just bookmarking shit. Really crazy. Anyways, yeah, I would like some pizza, but I don't know if I can get my hands on pizza. So maybe I'll make some. No, that's never gonna happen. That would never happen. Wada Acro? No, I have not heard of them. I don't think. Maybe I'm following them? No, I'm not following them. Wada Aruko ka. Wada Aruko. Casual 500,000 followers. I see they're FGO artists. Did I get that right? Screw this up constantly. Yeah, I don't know Fate. Just I do not know Fate. I think like I remember like this is like the weird thing because I feel like I watch anime, right? I watch and I'm doing the quotation thing with my fingers. And I remember my friends used to watch anime, but they're like the proper watchers because they know all the popular really big series. Fate was not on my radar until like after 2020. I'm pretty sure. Like only when I started doing art, then I really started to realize that hey, there's this thing called Fate, and it's really big, I guess. Yeah. But yes, I do not know this artist. Do you like them or something? Is this I noticed that their colors are very flat, like in terms of there's not a lot of saturation. Maybe it's just for that one thing, right? Probably just for that one thing. I see. Ooh, me likeys. Me likeys. Don't press the like so people don't find out, obviously. Obviously, if I don't press like, you guys will never find out. The one EN VTuber? I wonder who it is. Didn't I see someone here? Not Crony, is it? Oh, it is Crony? Huh. I always thought Crony... Wait... I guess... I must have not looked very close. Like, because I remember seeing Crony's model, and I thought that the eyes were very, very big. But I didn't really like the balance, so I guess I didn't really take as close of a look as I thought I did, but... Because I should have recognized it. But yeah, good stuff. Let me be one of the 500,000 followers. Of course. Oh yes, thank you, Uni. Oh, let's grab this. Wait. Buon Fest? This is their official account, right? I mean, you don't get like 500,000 on like a random account, I don't think. Oh, it's actually written here. Crony. Let me eat it here. Mada Aruko. Man, I'm all. This I'm always out of the loop because I never know any of these artists. It's kind of funny. Kind of insane how that is. Oh, you know what I can do? Sorry, I was just jumping back to this, but I just realized that if I just do merch, if I just use the layers that I cut out here, I can just kind of select an area, copy it, paste it, and then just merge down. Amount. Guess I don't really want it here. Let's just do something dark. Too busy a shot. You need ball knowledge. You need ball knowledge. You need ball knowledge. Okay, I guess. Please share with me your ball knowledge. Normal. I mean, I definitely need more knowledge in general. That is for sure, for sure. Communicate one time, I was too busy shy. I had my own sort of shy episode. I think I mentioned this before on stream, but like there's this artist that it's basically one of the earliest artists that I've seen. Why is that like that? What did I do here? I guess I used something that isn't black. Dang it. But as an artist, let me see, I can find him. And back in 2014, 2011, 2012, I don't remember which year specifically when I started really looking at arts. Well, when I first started looking at art stuff, there's this artist. It's a freelance background illustrator. And he does these kind of sort of very fantastical background stuff, right? And it's always very detailed in the sense that there's a lot of lines, there's a lot of shapes. It doesn't really have any specific meaning to those shapes, but there is a lot of shapes. So that was kind of what captured me in the beginning, especially with the scale of things. It's always very open, it's always very big. This one's kind of hard to see. Oh, I guess they have their own sort of what do you call it? Shit, my brain. Exhibition. God damn it, dude. Anyways, this guy was at, I believe, like Design Fest. He was at Design Fest, he was at Comitia, and he was at Comic Cat. Maybe he wasn't at Design Fest, I don't remember. I know like there was like 2 of the 3 events that I mentioned. So Design Fest, I guess it's called Design Fest. This is also another thing that happens at Tokyo Big Sight. And this one is more oriented towards like not just like drawn art, but also a lot of arts and crafts. So if you want to buy like trinkets and stuff and see what people make with like actual physical material, this is something for you. You can find like custom-made lamps, custom-made sort of hair, like all matters of arts and crafts you can find at this fest. Also art, but I guess he's probably not here. So he was at Comic-Con and he was at Comic-Cat, sorry. And I went to Comic-Cat and I went to Comic-Con, and neither of the times he was there because he was sick, apparently. Even though the events were kind of spaced out quite a bit. A couple weeks, I think at least it was. He was sick still. So I told the guy, because every time I go to his booth, someone is manning the booth. So I asked the guy at the booth, it's like, hey, where is this? Are you the artist? Like, if not, like, where are they? And they're like, oh, they're sick. Then I was like, oh, okay. Can you please let them know that, you know, I'm a big fan of their works. And because I was nervous, I accidentally said that I've been a fan for 20 years. And at that point in time, they've only kind of posted stuff for like 17 years or something, or like 15 years. So I was like just outright lying, apparently. I forgot, let me see. That was my cringe moment. And you know for a fact, like the guy would have got my message through the artist. So yeah, the first post is 2008. I was there at 2023. So yeah, 15 years only. I was like, I know this guy for like 20 years. I was like, what? What is this guy smoking? Holy shit. I've only been posting for 15 though. It's not even 20 years now, dude. We're only like 2026. But good stuff. But I've been following them since like these things here, I think. Oh, 2009, really? I can't remember. It's definitely somewhere here. Maybe this was the newest one back then? Because this is 2010. I definitely recall this being like a new thing that he posted. So it would have been, what, 13 years? At the point when I went to try to find him. But I still never got to meet this guy. Which is very unfortunate. But I got his book though. Very cool, I guess. I'll never forget that moment. Because it keeps replaying in my head and be like, oh my god, I just fucking lied. By accident, of course, but like from their point of view, they probably won't know necessarily. So, oh wow, already like an art ask? Dang. Already the legends. Legends never die. Oh my god. I don't think I was looking at art in 2010, dude. Holy shit. What was 2010? It's so weird thinking back, like how like art was not a big part of my life until like quite a bit later. Until like high school or something. Because now it's like everything, right? It's all I do, it's all I think of. Especially in the recent year. Kinda insane how that goes. Chinese wallpaper app I like to scroll through. Oh, wallpapers, right. Did you get auto-modded? Let me see. We balling. Yeah, you got auto-modded for like 2 messages, right? No, only that 1 message. No, wait. No, it's there, it's there. You got auto-modded by the Chinese wallpaper app, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Anyways, we've got like 20 minutes. I'm just gonna whack in a bunch of colors based off of some of these that we have collected over here. I think specifically these two, with like this one as a third one, perhaps. This one is just mainly how dark the corners are. Whereas these ones are probably the main color alignment here. The grid is on, but it's fine, don't care. Yeah, these ones are fine. What is this? The original, that's fine. These are plots. This is the second option, that's fine. Okay. Oh, that's Alago. What color am I even looking at, man? Actually, the background I'm gonna gradient map in some colors, I guess, so I can keep the structure that I already painted. I'll reverse gradient first. Oh yeah, the exile. YouTube's like, you guys don't get to chat. Like, the people who chat the most, ban them. Oh, very nice. Probably too dark for this background. Leave it here for now. Whoa. It's very cool. It's not intentional, but I guess I'm gonna leave it. Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh man, speaking of DeviantArt, the first artist that came to mind, there was this guy who only drew anime faces, and it was always, I think, a pencil sketch. They had like hundreds of those. Hundreds upon hundreds of those. Oh, I remember Yume as an artist, like the name. I don't think I've really followed them. Were they the one that drew like a crow? Yeah, I think they did. I think this is the one I think I remember. This one here. Sorry, it's very small. I cannot copy that. Please let me copy that, YouTube. Oh my god, it sucks. Oh dang. More so more Western stylizations than I expected. Eastern and Western. Very cool. Yeah, looking back at some of these, I mean, I can't even do them now. Like, think about that. I mean, maybe I could, but like, it's... We definitely cannot do these comfortably. Man. I know it's not like, it doesn't really have any meaning when you're comparing to people who have just spent more time than you. Right? Like, but like... Think about like how much further I have to go. It's like, oh shit. Oh shit, this is gonna take a while. Coalesce. I see. Coalesce is a cool word, by the way. Very cool word. What color is this, bro? That's more green than what I have here. Man, I might end up discovering some new sort of weird color nonsense because of this blue that's over here. Just by accident. I don't know how dark it's meant to be. I guess I need this here too, don't I? But I don't want it to be this blue here, so I'm gonna drop this. What is the shadow? Oh, purple. Is that? I'm kind of confused by the colors. I think my yellow is too pale or something. Probably too much yellow. Oh, sorry, I need to clip this. It's messing me up. That I don't have to clip. Ooh. Damn, bro. Yes, ball knowledge. Very cool. Who doesn't like balls? I'm kind of confused by the colors, but I will just go very slowly here. As long as we get closer each time, we should be fine here. Where did my pillars go? Oh, because it's merged in here. I see. Taroto Brew. Taroto Brew, that's the name. Very, very Aroto of Zabru. It's very janky. Yeah, I'm also changing the value by mapping it out like this. So at the end of the day, I guess I have to retune it anyways. Right, okay, so let me just briefly talk about this, because I feel like I should make use of the stuff that I already have, right? The shapes and stuff, blah blah blah, right? The brush strokes. So I felt like that makes sense to just kind of use a gradient map over it, but I didn't want to gradient map over everything because I feel like they would have slightly different relationships. The mapping wouldn't be one for one, but if I do it this way, we're kind of changing the values again. So I'm losing the value information that I already sort of captured before, which is not good, I feel like. It's kind of like redoing it. And the other thing is, it's also a little bit less natural to sort of... it's a lot harder, I think, to get the colors I want, just simply because in the gradient map, you're picking a specific color. Whereas if I just paint it, I can make some colors here and there. I can push it a little bit bluer or yellower. Rather than having to play with sliders, I think. It feels a little bit more awkward. Well, quite a lot more awkward. So as a result, I'm kind of like here. I'm looking at this now and I feel like maybe I shouldn't have bothered with it doing it this way. I feel like maybe it would have been easier if I had just painted the entire thing again while looking at the reference, because then it would have been easier. Let me try a different process here, because part of this whole process is to learn a better process. So let's say instead of using multiple gradient maps, I use one singular gradient map. This will maintain, well, it wouldn't maintain the value relationship though, because it depends on the value that's being mapped to. But it'll be consistent across the entire canvas. That's what it would be. And then, wait. So let me think about this, right? We have, so in the value paint, in the value comp here, the thumbnailing, we would have put down some values. Presumably the values are exactly what we want, presumably. The shapes will be rough, but at least there is some shapes. There are some shapes versus none. So the thing that we want to put in are the hues and the saturation, right? That's what we want to put in. If you can preserve what we have already done, it would be faster as a process. And to do so, the only thing I can imagine would be to gradient map like this. No, but gradient map would not necessarily preserve values. So inherently it kind of loses that, doesn't it? What if we use like overlays or something? Another thought that came to mind, I think, is if we just slowly overlay in different colors. Like for example, right now if I only do yellow, I guess it made it brighter, right? It must have some effect. Yeah, it definitely made... Uh-oh. Hello? 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 Wow. Where is this? Why is my screen black? Yeah, I guess I'm having a lot more issues than my tablet dying. Well, everything seems to be dying. I do not know why my screen is black, by the way. Because why is my window? Is my screen capture dead? Like what? Where is my screen capture actually? Did it get deleted or something? Device not connected or available. What do you mean? It's right here, bro. Oh, it's here. Okay, so I don't know, some kind of ID mismatch or something. It thinks that it's gone, but it's not actually gone. Yeah, it's the same GPU problem as before. I've had this issue once with a friend while I was in a Discord call, and he can confirm that we can still speak, right? So it's very much 100% a GPU issue. And the unfortunate thing is that for you guys, even if I speak, it doesn't go through because GPU is needed for the encoding for the stream, so the audio data is also kind of gutted. It also doesn't go up. I think I did manage to save it. If not, I'll have to go on stream here to oh, this is pretty bad. We might have to do like a full restore here because the specific file is not found. The specific file is not found. That's kind of insane. This might be the first time we have to do like a proper full restore from like yeah, it's corrupted. If you look at the file here, it's definitely corrupted. So I'm gonna have to go on stream here to find a thing, and then I'm gonna redraw everything. It doesn't hurt that much, right? Because I have to redraw everything anyways. Which is interesting though, because oh, actually, you know what? We already got this. I mean, yeah, you're right. Check the recovery. Let me find out. Let me see. Clip Studio recovery location. Because I did up the timing to 5 minutes. There should be a copy of it there. You're right. Thank you, Duve. My documents. Let me see. My documente is empty. Oh, sorry. There's one note. Hate one note. Clip Studio thing, dude. Ugh. My god, my nose, bro. Koreka? Okay. We have some data. That's pretty good. Yes, thank you, Duve. Thank you, George. I not only have one autosave, we have a lot of autosaves, by the way. Good stuff. But the latest one is 1220 here. These are from like yesterday or something. Yeah, it's from yesterday. So this is as close as we get, so it's pretty good. What is not good is all my failing equipment. So let me just replace the previous file then. I mean, this file is already is gone. This file is gone. Like, it doesn't even have a screenshot here. Wow, okay. I'm kind of surprised because like the last time it happened, I can Control S and it was safe, but it's not. You know, like about the whole GPU situation, I was talking to my coworker, and they upgrade pretty often. They upgrade every other year or something. So he had like a 3080 sitting around, and he was like, "Oh, I can just give it to you." But then when he went home, he couldn't find it. He doesn't know where he put it. So that's unfortunate because 3080 would have been a massive upgrade to my current 2070 Super, right? Because it's like 60% on like benchmark scores. But it looks like I might not have the luxury of waiting. Yeah, tablet connector is eating shit every day. GPU is crashing pretty often here. Oh right, I forgot to immediately check for temperatures because I'm wondering if it's temperature. Because it doesn't look like it is temperature. Oh, but GPU temperature is kind of high. It's actually at 50. Oh, never mind. It's dropping. Never mind. It was reporting 50. Oh, yeah, it's reporting 55. Yeah. The one thing that I can think of is that the so my fan, my it's not a dust problem, I don't think, because I had to open the case. Okay. Like, I don't even know where to start. I have a lot of weird equipment related issues, right? For one, so why is it not a dust problem is because I recently opened up the case. And why did I open up the case is because my SSD card is not screwed in, right? I lost the screw. So what I have is I have a bunch of tape. Wait a second, I have a bunch of tape on the SSD and it's also next to the GPU. I wonder if it's because of the tape that is overheating. But it's been around for like the entirety of last year though. Like, okay, the entire time I've been streaming, this has been the same setup. I've not changed the setup, right? So it could be like a buildup of problems and then things start to fail. It could be that. Yeah, I mean, there's tape on there. It's not the... okay, but let me just finish this thought here, right? So the GPU fan has been having issues for a long time. I can hear the fan sort of like not spinning correctly, but sometimes it spins correctly. For the most part, it spins correctly. Sometimes it doesn't spin correctly. So it could also be that. But either way though, I mean, I don't have to get like the latest top of the line GPU, right? All I have to do is just get a GPU. But if I'm gonna do that, why don't I just get a new computer? You know, like my computer is like 6-7 years old now. As probably other things that are failing. Actually, I'm not so sure about that, honestly. It can last pretty long. Does Costco... Oh, this is Costco wholesale. Wait, hang on. Is it always Costco wholesale? Do they sell graphics cards? They only sell like Pokemon cards. I'll venture to say that is not the same thing. That's like $3,000 for something with a 5070 Ti. But yeah, anyways, if I do go down again, by the way, I'll just see you guys tomorrow. It's not really worth the effort to start everything and then try it and then... Oh my god, my tablet went black and I got really spooked, but it's because it's just my tablet going black. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't really care for this improvement necessarily. I just want a GPU that works. So if you're wondering, this is not where I live, by the way. This is actually the Costco location, I think. And Kilver is it's interesting. I guess I'm just buying this. I don't feel like working anymore. I feel like it can crash anytime. 3,000 is kind of steep, I think. Wait, what's wrong with the reviews? Wait, I gotta read this. 1 star, okay. View more, please. Show me more. 5 star, excellent preview, especially for the price. Okay, I don't care about 5 star. Not so bad, not so good. The fans aren't quite as quiet as I expected. Okay, anything's quiet than my current fan, by the way. You guys don't hear it because of the noise cancelling, but... Blue screen of death out of the box. Wow, memory management. Read-only memory, send in a unit to Acer at my own cost, even though it's a clearly defective hardware issue. I would love to go in and buy it and then get them to test it right there and then and there, and then just like lug it back home. But it's really far. Sorry, what? Where's my desktop? Why can I not go back to desktop, dude? What is wrong with their website, bro? Is Costco a place people go to buy computers, though? Okay, like 600. Oh, what's the cheapest thing that I can get? Let me see. Yeah, I mean Costco is pretty reliable, right? At least in terms of like consumers and stuff like that. Sorry, I searched for desktop, sorted by price. It gives me keyboard. Thank you. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. Sorry, so I think it was faulty, but it was just the GPU wasn't all the way in or something. Oh my god, dude. Gimme. Sage 50 Pro accounting? I was gonna say, because I'm like $500 range, and this is over here. Does this mean that this is $500? Okay, so the cheapest PC is over here. 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, I can move the RAM cards over as long as the... How about as a... Okay, it's a mini. It doesn't even have a card. Presumably the motherboard doesn't even have a slot for it. Lamau. It doesn't say what the board is. 1 star. I can move the cards over. I can move I mean, I really just need a new GPU. Everything else is fine. I need a new GPU and 1 SSD screw, which no one sells because it's tiny as heck, and it always comes with the whatchamacallit, the motherboard. I can probably go down to like the Costco or like Best Buy or something and just be like, hey, do you guys have a spare screw? Hey, do you guys have a spare screwdriver? Hey, do you guys have a spare GPU that you guys are not using? Ah, my god. So $1,700. Wait, how much is this? $1,500 for 50, 60. I think is on par with what we have here. Yeah, it's like 30% better. So this is basically a 1-for-1 swap. Almost. Well, it's not a 1-for-1 swap, right? Because this is better. I think mine is Ryzen. Wait, let me check. System information, was it? Yeah, mine is a Ryzen 5. Ryzen 5 3600. CPU. Do they have benchmarks? I mean, Ryzen 5 is not on the board. i7, right? i7 14... Yeah, 14700. It's like here. Ryzen 5 is not on the board, so... This is like a strict upgrade in CPU, GPU. SSD, I can move over 1 SATA drive, I can move over my RAM. Maybe we can bump this up to 30 to 64, depending on what RAMs specs these are. So actually it's pretty good. I mean, like if I do get a computer that can support like me moving the parts over, we get like a beast of a PC. What are my RAM sticks? Does it report my RAM sticks here? I'm already mixing two different sets of RAM sticks, but they have very similar numbers. But I guess this is not reporting, telling me what it is. Let's start. Crazy SSD is basically cheating to put Intel H610 mobile together. If I will return it once received. I do not know what this means. Is this like not good enough or something? Very bad combination. Free technical support, 90-day return. Costco. Let me check. Privacy is important, doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah, it's not great for sure. But if I have it, I might as well, because I don't know if the RAM speed versus RAM volume. RAM size, I guess. There's a computer here. Whoa, save up to $500. Oh, okay, but it starts off at like fucking $5 bajillion. Thank you. All in one PC, no thanks. Gaming PC for like 900 bucks. Yo, this list is so awkward. Maybe it's because of the way I have this size, but... Wait, any one of this is better than mine. Holy shit. Is this better than Ryzen? Oh shit, exactly the same spec. Let me check. Yeah, it's 14% better than what I have. And like 3060, I think it might be worse, is it? A laptop. Wait, 3050? Oh, 3050. 3050. Yeah, it's like half as good. Oh my god, yeah, this is bad. Dang. Would have been great if it's like at least on par. 900 bucks, I can just be done with this. Yeah, my motherboard is really good too. My motherboard was pretty much top of the line back then. It was like a 570... what is it called? 570. What's it called? Aurorus? Aurorus? How do you spell it? Aurorus. Mine is this. It's really good. It's a very good board. I don't know how it compares now, but it was like top of the line back then. 7 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, now is a terrible time, yeah. It is a terrible time. But it might be... I don't know, like, so... If I can get like a cheap second-hand GPU, that would be enough, right? That would be enough. Everything else works. I mean, the case is kind of dented, but everything else works. What's the cheapest GPU here? I mean, it's only... it's 800 bucks though. It is still 800 bucks. 5070 12 DDR 7. Okay. Yeah. Goddamn, bro. Can I get a 3000? How do I search for just 3000 series? These are like still... Oh my god. What am I using? 2070 Super. 2070 Super, where is it? This guy. Well, it doesn't look like this, but 2070 Super. It's not bad, but it's just failing for some reason. I could at least check the connectors, but then it doesn't make any sense. It works fine the whole time, right? Until up to a certain point, it just dies. I don't think it's the connectors. Okay, let me sort by price here. Yeah, it's gonna give me keyboards again, isn't it? It's got 4,000. Okay, yeah, thank you, HDMI cable. Can I filter by price, bro? Let's do max at like 1,000, because that's already pretty high, I think. For like a single card. What? Did it filter? No, it clearly didn't. What? Oh. You can't buy a 5070. Okay, what about if I limit this to like 500 bucks? Automata again. I'm 6 on my current one. Oh, I see. I don't know. I upgrade when I get a PC. Last me 5 years. I'm 6 on my current. I see. Now it's terrible time. I say like using a Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is like yeah, there's no reason why I'm limiting myself to Nvidia, by the way. There's no specific reason. Sold out online. Available to ship. Yes. Was also saying she was for Facebook Marketplace. I see. 220 bucks. Tiniest card. Oh my god. Man, I haven't... Did I tell you guys about like how pain in the ass it would be to replace my stupid GPU? Because physically, the case... My case is dented. Like not inwards, but outwards from the inside out. Because when I was shipping it, I stuffed it a little bit too much. So it kind of bloats up. And as a result, like the grates at the end, at the back of the place where you sort of screw in your card, right? This metal part that you screw into the back of the case is really hard to align. It's insanely hard to align because you guys know like how tiny the screws are, how short the screws are. There's like enough of a gap that it doesn't really reach, but it just barely reaches, and then it's like, oh, can I imagine I have to replace it? I do. Can we just pray? Can we just pray the problem away? Just pray that it will never happen again. What is the AMD series of cards called? Anime Kid character? AMD... Is it AMD cards? It's called AMD... It's... RX? Oh, it's Radeon. Radeon? Radeon. 9070. How strong is 9070? What does this percentage mean? Is it how good it is? No, it is. Wow, okay. They don't have a phone. Okay. It's okay, Lord. It's not that serious. As long as I get a rough idea, it's good enough. Like, it doesn't have to be that accurate. It doesn't have to be accurate at all, to be honest. Because if I just know that it's a newer generation, it's good enough. Well, I guess it's not that true. It's not true because 3050 would be like a pile of shit compared to this still. Yeah, but like, what do you suggest, Lord? 7600. Just get a rough feel for like what these guys are doing. Was it XT? 3%. Okay, it's on par then. And that still costs me 500 bucks. Oh, okay. Right, thank you. Sorry, by suggest I was more referring to the website because you were saying not to use user benchmark. Is that one that you would suggest using? Wow, so shiny. Technical.city. I'm assuming you mean .city like this. Okay. What were we talking about? 9060? Oh yeah, the links just get auto-filter, yes. Oh, I see the lines now. Holy shit, I was wondering why they just do like a line like this to point to where it's supposed to be. But yeah, there's a line here. Holy. Maybe consider using black. I see the racket. What's top 1 right now? Sorry, I'm getting very distracted now. It's pretty much guaranteed that we cannot buy anything right now anyways. I'll probably wait till next week at least, so I can talk to my coworkers again. Just to not necessarily try to ask for the GPU again, but just to ask like where do they buy their cards from, and if there's a specific place that is better to buy from rather than not. Oh yeah. Oh. Wait, what is this? Costco? Does Costco sell drawing tablets? I mean, this tablet guaranteed to not give me what I want, but it's also the only way to search for it, I think. Do they call it drawing tablets? No, it's your Galaxy Tab and stuff like that. Yeah, Costco must sell everything. They'll sell it wholesale? Okay. Oh my god. They'll sell it wholesale in box packs of like 200 or something. Right, this is still Costco. Okay. Wait. And now we go the opposite way. Come on. Yes, $6,000. For a wireless inkjet printer. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Why is this thing $6,000, bro? How big can this print? My god. A2? That's not that big, is it? Very distracted, by the way. XP pen. Wow, 20 inch? That's bigger than my screen right now. Like my monitor screen. Actually, maybe not true. 24 inches? I mean, it's about the same if not. Pretty much guaranteed that I'll only use like the middle part of it anyways. Is there like anyone uses like huge tablets, by the way? Like, do you guys use the entire space? I know you're supposed to draw with your elbow, but I've been drawing with my wrist for like 10 years now, so I don't think it's gonna change. Yeah, I'm sure whatever specs they have here is way better than what I have, so this is all moot. 7 kilograms? Oh, actually that's one thing, is that if I travel, I tend to pack my tablet in my bag and I just carry it, I just lug it around. So ideally it would be like kind of portable. Yeah, Uni, I don't even see your messages here in my studio chat thing. 13-inch iPad, anything bigger in the future? Yeah, my Cintiq right now is also 13 inches. Like 13, 15 is thereabouts. Oh, sorry, I should probably just do that. Oh, I don't want touch control. I absolutely do not want touch control. I think it would just mistrigger all the time. My Cintiq 13 HD, I remember when I was buying it, I was like, the guy at the sales was like, hey, do you want to have touch control for like another, I think 30-20% increase in price? It's a couple $100 just for the touch. And I really wanted it because it seemed like, you know, I wanted to get the best thing at the time, but I couldn't even draw back then. And I felt like I couldn't justify it to my mom, so we didn't get it. But then at the end I realized it was probably way better than having it. 20 inches, $800. 16. They don't have like the buttons anymore on the side, looks like. They're gonna draw Ruddy gun? Yeah, the printer. I don't have to buy AI Copilot PC, right? Can you not just, doesn't it just come available in all Windows now, even if you don't want it? I would like a button on the side, you know, like, cause I don't have easy access to my keyboard. That's the very least I have to get. I need buttons on the side. I don't want to spend like $500 getting one of those things with like knobs on it. I think it's kind of dumb. I'm sure it's great, but I think it's dumb. Oh yeah, at least